Hey guys, welcome to another episode of AK Prospecting. So we're out here looking at a limestone quarry. There's not much information on this place. I've been really trying to dig some up, and I've been coming short. There really isn't much up here, you know, as far as historic stuff. But the stuff that was left behind is very important. And what I'm trying to do is get a full understanding of what was going on. So I know they got the limestone out of here, but there was a nice contact zone where this limestone hit, and it was like a pyrite, and it was a chalcopyrite. Chalcopyrite, you know, is basically has to do with copper. So when you see copper, a byproduct of copper is gold. So we found a lot of slag up here. It's my third time up here. I'm gonna show you guys why I'm back a third time, because I really think this place has potential. It's grown in big time right now, like big time. It's grown in a lot. Now I could go this way, or I could go that way, but I'm gonna go this way because this is where that spot is that I found, and there's a trail. Now, the limestone, I think they use that for concrete and stuff like that, masonry. But what I couldn't get my head around is, why would there be slag? You know what I'm saying? Why would there be, you know, like, you know, when you melt a piece of metal, you know, you get that borax glass or whatever. Well, there's a lot of that stuff here. And, you know, I'm pretty much walking over small pieces of it. This is the wash where I found some of the big pieces last time. And the reason I stopped at this spot is because there's a little outcropping of bedrock right here. And this is pretty cool. See, there's a little outcropping right there. And we all know, you know, those cracks could hold gold. But, I mean, if there was any there, I'm sure somebody already got it. I mean, we'll give it a look, because we found stuff in here before. But I'm going to see if I can find a piece of that slag as we're walking. I mean, you can see what I'm talking about. Look at it. What's this? That's not a piece of slag, but there's a fair amount of hematite in that. We're going to keep that one. Because you never know. There could be a minute speckle in there. And every speckle counts. So what I'm going to do is, oh, look, somebody had a fire. That looks fairly new. Yeah, but look at this wash. Now, here's where I found a lot of that slag. Now, there's another spot. There's another mine. Ah, man, I gotta try to remember what the heck they called it. But where this mine was, is they had a big concrete square that they dug out, and it was pretty deep. Well, there's a big concrete square up here too, and I found tailing piles. And what I don't get is there's limestone all over, right? Like right down on the main road even. So, like, why would you come all the way back here for limestone if you could have just as easily got it right off the main drag? That's another question I have. Now, with all the pyrite I've been seeing, I'm thinking that they were possibly gold prospectors. See, there's old walls right here. That's a road. Just so you guys know, that was where they hauled their ore. that rail track runs that lane, and it goes to a drop-off point that I'll show you. Now we're coming up on the workings. Bugs are brutal this year, guys. There we go. And what I'm going to do is just set my stuff here so I can walk around and show you guys. So let me flip the camera around. Okay, check this out. Here's a big concrete slab. All right, I'll try to zoom out from it. It goes back there, and look at the bolts. Just give you an idea. It's my thumb. So I'd say this pad is probably 6 foot wide by like 4 foot deep. And now check this out. Look it. It's an ore track thing. And there was a spike. You see where the spike was. And here's another one up here. There's the ore spike right there. I mean the railroad spike right there. So, like I said, that leads down here. It goes this way, and goes straight down that bad boy right there. So now, and look, where is it? There was an old, looked like an old upright. So here's another one, and I'll show you where we're going. We keep going back here, and here's just to give you an idea what we're looking at. This is what they were mining out of the quarry. Now, look at it, looks like, yo, that's petrified wood. Look at that. Yo, that's crazy, man. Well, it looks like petrified wood anyways. It's got all the signs of it. But, you know, I've seen stuff, the gold ore, that looks similar. Now, over here is where they started. You can see there's like a broke up rock there. But then, when you come down here, see, they took all this out through here. Now we're coming up into the clearing, and this is so cool. Somebody made it like a cool little hangout. Isn't that cool? It's so awesome. So, we come up into here, and now, what do you know? Pine trees. So, what do you guys see this? This is awesome. I love it because nature's like, you know, kind of keeps it hidden. But yeah, this place is magic, man. Now what I'm looking for is back that way. It's not over here. Now, just to give you guys an idea, look at these ledges. This was all cut out. I don't know if they use pneumatic jackhammers, but look, you can see a vein. It comes right down through here. Let me see if I can get my finger. Right down through there. And you can see the mineralization up there. And like I said, I found a ton of slag from this spot. And look, here's another piece. You know, you can see the quartz in it. But this right here, we'll try to zoom out so you guys get a better scope of the picture. Like you see the heavy mineralization running right down through here. And this is the limestone they were getting out of here. Look at that. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take a couple pieces home and just see what comes up. You know, it's probably nothing, but you gotta be in it to win it, right? So over here there's a bunch of pyrite. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I came up here and I actually roasted this stuff. You gotta, what happened to the rock? Everything seems all different. Somebody was up here, dude. Somebody was up here. Everything is smashed. This rock was smashed in half, dude. What the F did that? I don't see no hit marks. Something happened, dude. But like, look at. See the square pitting? I got some samples of that stuff. But I mean, it's everywhere. You know, all down the trail, like, see? It's like almost a schist. There's a big chunk of it right there. But we're gonna get out of here because I don't know what happened here. This spot was totally, something hit that fucking thing hard, dude. Pardon my language. Oh wait, sorry, wrong spot. Wrong spot. Wrong spot. False alarm. Okay, I'm going this way. Okay, false alarm, guys. This is the spot right here. Okay. Still. Here we go. Here it is. Oops, big old spider. Here it is. This is what I want to show you. Now look it. Now what I'm thinking is they were crushing this stuff and roasting it and trying to get gold out of it. That's where all that slag is. Where all that slag came from. And look at, here's the nice contact zone one. You know what? I'm keeping this one. Look at that. That screams take me. Okay, we're taking this one. I've already been up here a bunch of times and gotten samples out of pretty much all this stuff. But, you know, what's one more? You can't not take a piece, you know. It's pretty cool. Okay, so let's kick it on down the road. Now, what we're here to do is we want to try to find some more of that slag, because I want to run it through my impact mill and just look at that, guys. How cool is that? This was all done with I think they used dynamite back then. Look at that. Look at that copper staining right there. See it? Hold on. Right there. And here's the thing. So this is a pretty big pit. This thing's got to be, I'd say, I don't know, 150 feet wide by a couple hundred feet tall. You know, it looks way cooler when it's, you know, right there. That's the corner. That's a straight wall. That's a corner. And then this is a straight wall right here. And it was all mined. So now what we're going to do is kick it back down on the road and see if we can find some of that slag. Because that would really confirm it for me as far as where they pulling gold out of this place. But I mean, just to hike it, it's beautiful, man. You know, oh, I got me and my wife, we went up to the top of the mountain there and overlooked all the mountaintops. It was cool. But yeah, that's the main goal, is to become a gold miner. You know, it's not as easy as you would think. You know, oh, look at that. See that? Some more evidence. Yeah, and I know they could have probably used ore carts for the limestone. You know, I'm not taking away from that. But what I am saying is, whoa, there's another track. See? So they were pulling from there, and they were pulling the limestone from there. But what I'm getting at is, why were they smelting? I mean, you're only smelting if you know you got something. You know, and if you, yeah, you do a few smelts, then you kick it down the road because there ain't nothing there. But to keep doing it and 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 doing it, you know, that's pretty crazy. So now I do believe, I put my samples in my basket. Okay. Now what I'm trying to figure out is, way around the back of this is where I found that big concrete square. And I don't know if that was their smelting area or whatnot. But there was more. There was another, see, there's this big concrete thing here. And there's another one over here. I don't know if this is just a piece of it. If this was, see, this is the trail. Goes down through here. So this very well could be a dump spot. But I want to show you guys that wash that I found, where I found the slag. You know, I would like to know more about this place, honestly. It's really cool, man. Really cool. So let's take a walk here. Try to muster up all our stuff. Bear with me here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now we're heading back down now. That ore cart went right across that ridge line right here. Straight down there. And now what we're doing is we're coming back down off the ore cart trail. I'm trying to get back down into that wash. Or that wash, some would say. Okay. Now New York, Vermont, has a lot of schist. It's like a shale. And what I've found is, if you're looking for gold, look at that, huh? Look at that big old hole. Yeah, that don't look like no tree, because I don't see anything that big down near it. And we just walked past the wash, which is on the other side of this hill. So this is what I call the wash. And this is where I found a lot of the slag. Like, what's this? I think we got a piece already. Look at that, guys. Look at it. You see what I'm saying? Look at that thing, man. What were they doing? I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a pretty big chunk, dude. Look at that. That's slag, man. And that's just right here in the ground. There's a lot more of it. You see a little... And from my experience, when you find that stuff, you're generally near a hot spot for where they used to process it. And look at... Ooh, this one's heavy. Oh, this one's real heavy. This is where I found this weird looking bar thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's metal. It says gold, but Don't look like gold. So basically right here seems like a low pressure point where there could be more of it. And now this stuff is washing down here, which tells me we're not far from where they were smelting. I mean, that, you know, we can't be far from where they were doing it. Is that hole? Is that hole right here? Was this their furnace? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a pretty big thing. It almost looks square too, dude. It almost looks, you know, it looks promising. But if that's the case, then that means that slag would be basically coming out of this hillside. That's what I want to find is, ooh, look, here's another piece. And notice how it's on the inside bend? I remember I was walking down here and I seen a whole bunch of it just right in the side of the hill. And at the time, when it was my first time here, before I had gotten into the research about it, there's another one. Oh, I think I'm getting closer. That looks like coal. Yeah, I wish I would have saved that spot. Here's another piece. Here it is, bang. This is the spot right here. This is the spot. Okay, guys, look at it all. This whole spot is this. All right, let's get our bucket. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So here is the spot that I was talking about. You can see it's like all this melted slag. I mean, and there's a lot of it. I don't know if it rolled down off the top of the hill. There's pieces of it everywhere right here. I'm looking to see if there's any big pieces. See, look at it's all these small little pieces. But I found bigger ones, and I'm thinking this is where they came from. See, like, bang. That guy right there. And I'm wondering if this hill isn't made of that stuff. Let me see if I can scratch the surface here a little bit. Oh yeah. It's awful heavy. Here's another piece. Oh man, this thing's a lunker. That thing weighs a ton. Some of them are heavier than others. Some of these are real heavy, man. And look at how black that soil is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crunch this stuff up and see if there's anything in it. There's a piece. Oh, that's a nice heavy one. Yeah, there's all kinds of big pieces. I should have brought a classifier. So this seems to be all small stuff. Okay, let's see, one more spot, and we'll kick it down the road. There'll be a big piece right there. Yes. Yeah, nobody finds my spot. So I got a good amount in there, and now we're gonna kick it down the road and try to find some bigger stuff. You know what, take a hand sample too, right? Okay. Ooh, look at that bad boy. So I think this is where it's coming from. I think this hillside right here is where they were dumped, because right back here is where that square building was. I don't know if maybe they were dumping the ore off of here, and somehow this became a cut. I mean, but this bucket's pretty heavy. I mean, listen, I've carried buckets, you know, for miles and miles full of dirt just to get home to find out it had nothing in it. Yep, I'm that guy. Well, I should say I used to be that guy, not anymore. I've done a lot of research, did a lot of homework, and that's what I suggest to anybody out there wanting to get into this stuff, is you're gonna get discouraged. So just, you know, bank on that. And you got to keep your eyes peeled. Let's look at. Here's some more. I know those two pieces felt really light, so. What I'm doing is I'm basically walking this as if it were like a creek. Basically, like, hey, if all your heavy stuff, it's gonna be on the inside bend, but it gets real rocky down there. Let's go check that out. Looks like more stuff is gonna get caught up. Look at that foliation, dude. Look at that, man. That's amazing. I guess some stock works. What's this all about? Doesn't look like nothing to write home about. Here we're getting into the rocky stuff now. This is the area I really wanted to get to. That area we just were at, that's the area I was originally looking for. So let's poke around this area. You know, I haven't turned that metal detector on once since I've been here. I don't even know why I brought it. Look at the vugs in that bad boy, huh? She's got a little weight to her. Oh, this fucking thing is awfully heavy. That's almost too heavy to leave. That's a keeper. Right next to a piece of slag. Oh, 2 pieces. Oh, 3 pieces. That's what I'm saying, man. Oh, wait. What the heck? Oh, I got excited for a second. I thought I seen a gold fleckle in there. So that's what I'm saying, man. There's way too much slag for them not to bend something here. And this bucket ain't got much material in it, and the thing's pretty heavy. Alright, now getting down here. We got some mica. See, I didn't want to bother with taking any rock home because if I'm going to find anything, it's going to be in the slag. Yeah, they did all the work for me, you know what I mean? Okay, let's move the equipment down a little bit. Nice hunk of bedrock down here. And I believe this is where I found that. No, this isn't where I found it. I'm still trying to remember where I found that crazy bar from. Alright. So, stop here. Walk our way up. See what we got. Oh, I got a little iron pyrite chunk. There's another piece of slag. That one's heavy. Ooh, there's another piece. Oh, another piece. Oh, another piece. Okay. Every time I touch this bucket, it gets heavier and heavier. Like, there's not much in there at all. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's got crystallization in it. So we're taking a look. Now I gotta see if there's any Slag stuck in these walls. Oh, wolf dookie. Almost seems like the farther I get away from that spot, the less slag there is. Oh, that was, looks like, it's probably silver, some lead oxide. Okay, we'll keep it moving. What I was trying to find is the main dump spot. And from a topo map, you see all kinds of cool stuff. Now, let's see. Let's make our way down now. See what we can find. Well, we got what we came after. Now we'll just see what we can find on the way out. Then what I'll do is I'll crush this ore and see what we can pull out of it, if anything. Look at this big piece. Oh man, look at that. Look at this. Oh shit. Well, we're gonna keep that. That's a crusher. And it's decomposed. I could literally bust it up with my hands. Every time I've ever had any decent gold, it's been in stuff like that. Ooh, that water was moving. That's why the water moved that rock. Because we just had a lot of rain last night. And this is all fresh wash. Here's that bedrock spot I was talking about. I pretty much combed this area last time I was here. Let's see. I didn't bring my backpack, which I wish I did. Ooh. Ah, it's a stick. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything on the way out. But this is, you know, what we got here on the East Coast. There's a lot of shale and a lot of schistose rock. And there's also veins of limestone that run off of this main vein that are farther to the back. I haven't explored that far because last time I was here, it was everything turned into thick pines. And I was like, I'll wait till I got somebody with me for that one. But that looks promising. And we're almost out of the trail. Just got to reposition myself. Yeah, this is cool, guys. This is a really cool spot. And you can see that trail right there. It goes right there. That was a nut. Like, I think when they first started, I believe that's where the dump was, because this hill right here, this hill is all tailings. And I don't know if it's low grade or high grade, but I thought there might be some cave systems back in there. I got to check that out at some point. But yeah, I did some test sampling there. It honestly seemed like if it was anything, it was like a low grade pile, because there's another pile just like this behind us, and I think that it would come off that trail, dump there, and then I send it back up. Oh, I gotta keep my eyes open. And then, and I also got awesome news. So I found an old 17th century Dutch mine. So I hiked, my buddy Winfield, my wife, his granddaughter, we hiked 2 hours into the forest. And we found the mine. We found all the tailing piles. But the main shaft was collapsed. Completely collapsed. And I was like, well, ooh, look at another one. Ah, darn it, don't you hate that? Doesn't that look like it'd be something? It's a piece of wood. Ah, shucks. It's all right, keeps your eyes sharp, right? But we hiked 2 hours in there, found the mine shaft, found the tailing piles, found shovels and old gas cans, which led me to believe they were probably doing it in the 30s. But 30s, 40s. But the whole thing caved in big time. My buddy Winfield, he started working on the left side, and he actually got a little bit in there. I mean, way better than I did. I started digging, and I opened up a pocket of bugs. It was huge. The bugs were brutal. So I said, you know what? This one's not it. This isn't the one we want to try to work. It was too far in. It was just, and it didn't, in the tailing piles, didn't look promising. If you get what I'm saying. Like, tailing piles, basically, you got a tailings pile. You want to have something that looks good in that tailings pile. You don't want to be, going up there, hiking 2 hours every day, open it up, and you find nothing. The one thing you would find is a lot of history, which is cool. Because, that's just awesome to find stuff like that. But yeah, it was a blessing and a curse. I was so happy to have found that mine, because I was looking for that mine for 3 years. And I found it. But I was definitely disappointed when I seen how badly collapsed it was. I was like, oh, man. Well, We got our samples, guys. Look at one more before we go, huh? Actually, you know what? I think that's the last. I think that's the one I dropped last time I was here. I was like, oh, I'll come back and get you next time. Oh, we made it out. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Okay, guys, we're back, and this is what we got. Just wanted to show you this. Look at that, huh? Look how red that is. Now, every time I've ever found any good gold, it's been in stuff like this, and it's all just look at the foliation. The reason I picked this thing up is look at it. How could there not? I mean, I don't know if it's picking up the red like it's like I'm seeing it, but and it's heavy too. So we got this. I grabbed this guy. He just seemed really heavy, so I just wanted to check him out. And then let's see here. I got this. What you guys seen that? This is. Look at that, dude. So I'm thinking if there's going to be anything in here, it's going to be right in this area. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And then I'm just going to dump this right out. Let me see if I find any other thing. Oh, but look at this guy. This is the contact zone I was telling you about. So you got the limestone, right? And then look at that. Look at that band of hematite. Right through here. And I don't know, these, we'll check out what these layers are too, because I've seen some gold that look like that. So, here's that slag. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they were smelting up there or if something caught fire. I just can't see something catching fire up there and then turning all this stuff into heavy metals. I mean, you can see where it looks, you can see where it was like melted. It was poured into something. And I did crush up a bunch. And this is another rock I wanted to just crunch up and test out. It just seemed like a good rock to crunch up. And then here's another one. You can see, you can actually see, it looks like, you can see that fine belt there. It goes through, goes right out to the other side. And then here's the bucket of all the slag I got. So I'm going to crunch this stuff up and see what I can get out of it. I mean, some of these pieces are really heavy, man. Especially this one. This guy is really heavy. And I found this crazy bar at this spot. Let me see. I think I left it out here. Maybe I can find it. Should be over here. Did I put it over here? Let me look in here. I think I put it over here. Actually. Oh, no, here it is. Nope, that ain't it. Well, I'm going to have to find it and show you guys. But just to show you guys some of the rocks that I've been collecting to crunch up. Like, that's just a piece of iron. Don't look at that one. This is that spot that I found where there was sandstone. And inside the sandstone, there was an intrusion of shale. And so I got some samples of that. Here's some more stuff like this. This is had a really big red band in it, and I grabbed that. Then I got a whole thing full of ore that I've been saving. These are the bigger chunks. And up top is the smaller pieces. You see them through there. Some of them you can actually see the pyrite in them. Let's see if I can find you a good one. This is that sandstone. But when I have too much or I ain't got no more place to put it, chuck it out in front. I'll show you, this is some of the stuff. This is from various different spots around. Anybody know what that is? It's gabbro. Volcanic glass. And then, oh, look at this guy. It's a form of galena. Then this is just mica. Crap, I'm saying really nothing. I just thought it looked cool. And we got little guys like this. Little guys like this. And then yeah, big chunks. This is where I need to get a jaw crusher. I don't know if you can see the pyrite right there. Let me see, I gotta zoom in for you. Right there. So this has potential to be some really good ore. Now what I gotta do next is get a jaw crusher so I can make this stuff smaller. And you can see this stuff is heavily mineralized. And then this guy right here, he went off with a metal detector, but I think it's because it's got maybe some iron chunks in it, but he's not real heavy. Yep, found him up here too. And this guy's really cool. Check this dude out. Those are garnets in there. Isn't that cool? Those are all garnets. I was gonna break this one open to see what I could find in it. I was like, eh. But I'm gonna put this one back on the porch. I'm gonna show you guys some of the other stuff I got. See, like, look at that. That's nothing. I just thought it was cool, so I kept it. I'm a rock hound. I'm gonna show you guys the buckets of ore I got. So this is what I got here. I got 2 buckets of this stuff, and I got a bunch of small little pieces. These are the pieces I gotta turn into small pieces. So I gotta try to make, I'm gonna try to make my own jaw crusher out of a 20-ton pump jack from Harbor Freight, and we'll see how that goes. And then here's the samples I just got from that spot that we were at last time I was there. This stuff is loaded with pyrite. Look, you can see the square pitting. This is a piece from there. This was coming into contact with this. So that's what made me want to go look at that spot. And, there's good stuff everywhere. You just got to keep your eyes peeled. It's another one I found from up there. So we're going to crush this stuff up and see if we can find anything. Like I said, we got some really good pieces out of here. Here's another heavy one. See, when I first found this stuff, I thought it was volcanics until I started really looking at it and realized, okay, no, this is from smelting. And some of these are real heavy, man. Maybe we'll get lucky. This is the year. This is the year we open the gold mine. I got a spot, but the spot I wanted to open up, the guy isn't really into it. No matter how much I tell him, he thinks it's a waste of time. But I've done my homework, and he'd do well, but it is what it is. He's not into it, so I can't, keep bothering him. I gotta keep it moving. So, time to find another spot. And hopefully this could be a spot. Oh man, this one's real heavy, dude. This is the heaviest one of them all. Wow. This one's really... This almost feels like a piece of iron. Oh, snap. Yo, I think it's one of their old drill bits. I think it's one of their old drill bits. Hold on. It definitely is. That's one of their old drill bits. Look at. Tooth, tooth, tooth. It's one of their old drill bits from up there. How cool is that, dude? I found that in that pile. I wondered why that one was so heavy. That whole hillside was a mixture of like rock and slag. But like this whole bucket's full of it. And I grabbed some soil samples from that area too. Because I just got done watching a video, my buddy Jeff Williams and Baker Mining Mountain and Metals, and they picked up some samples off the floor when they were in the mine, and they did great, man. They did really good. And I basically wanted to make this to show Jeff like what we got going on up here, and hopefully I can crunch this stuff and make a good video for you guys and pull out some gold for a change. And I might even say to heck with it and throw this guy in there too. I don't know. I can't bring myself to bust this guy up. He's just too cool. I mean, when's the last time you've seen so many garnets in one spot before? And it's heavy too. And then there's this bad boy. Look at that, man. That just looks so cool. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope to see you on the next one. The next video, we're going to crunch this stuff up and pan it out. I do it right now, but it just started raining. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys next time.